Hello everybody, welcome back to more Crystalline. Last time, I know it's been a few days, kind of going, not feeling it, but we're back. Last time we were invited to Leanna's room, and now we're here, and it's messy as shit. I trust that anything you want to make is going to be awesome. Leanna beams!
Great! I have just the dish in mind. Okay, let's get started then.
Do you want any help? Leanna shakes her head.
No thank you. This is something I want to do for you.
Hell yeah. My heart fumbles in my chest. A huge grin spreads over my face. You sure? She nods. Well, I can't wait. She beams and starts unpacking the groceries. I sit down on the counter to watch her get to work. Leanna and I talk and laugh as she prepares the meal. Steam curls her hair around her face as she hovers over the stove. The air simmers with the smell of stew, making my mouth water. My stomach gives an impatient rumble.
I think it's ready.
Leanna scoops the stew out of the pot and places the bowl down in front of me. She takes a seat across from me. We dig in. The stew is still pretty hot, but I'm so hungry that I shove it straight into my mouth. It almost burns my tongue. I yelp, taking a large gulp of water. Leanna laughs.
Be careful, it's still hot.
Well, thanks, Captain Obvious. Yeah, I found that out the hard way. Taking another spoonful, I carefully bow it before tasting it again. It tastes okay. It's definitely edible, but it lacks the kind of flavor and seasoning. We've had Zach cooking our camp meals for so long that I'd forgotten what Leanna's cooking tasted like. She watches me hopefully.
So, how is it?
It's delicious. You say nothing else, but it's delicious. Oh, I can't lie? What the hell is this? I love it because you made it for me. Her cheeks turn pink and she smiles broadly.
I'm so glad you like it.
Yeah, that works. We talk about how her day went at the Mage Guild, and it sounds like she was able to get everything she needed reported and submitted. I fill her in about what happened with Amelia in the academy, and she's both happy and relieved for her. When we finish dinner, I'm left with a full and satisfied stomach. I am so full.
I should have warned you to save room for...
Dessert. Suddenly, Leanna's face pinches.
Oh no! I forgot about the dessert!
Bah. Oh well. Like I said, I'm super full, so no big deal. Dinner was more than satisfactory. She rushes to stand.
Hang on, let me go out and grab some ingredients.
Wait, it's
I promise it'll just be a few minutes!
Leanna runs out and slams the door behind her. I hope she doesn't stress herself out looking for something. I pause, looking around with Aunt Leanna. This place feels quiet. Really quiet. I sigh and draw my fingers on the table. Now what? The silence is killing me. I don't know if harmlessly looking around is a good idea. But I'm doing it anyways. I've got to get up and do something. I stand up and begin to wander around her living room. Her apartment is kind of girly. There's a pink rug in the center of the room. I mean, kind of pink. Kind of. A few stuffed animals are stuffed in corners of her couch. There are no signs of being a mage knight here at all. It's an odd disconnect with Leanna's personality, since being a mage knight is such a big part of her identity. There are a lot of nobility stuff around here too. I noticed a few family portraits hanging on the wall, and all of them are family look so serious, cold even. They look like the type of family that sticks their nose up at anyone they consider beneath them. Leanna looks younger. She's wearing a intricate pink dress. I can't believe Leanna's wearing something like this. A very faint smile is on her lips, but otherwise her face is expressionless. There's also a portrait of what must be her brother. They look a lot alike since they have the same nose and blonde hair. His eyes are green, though. He looks proud in his armor, a mighty sword at his hip and a scroll in his hand. It must be some kind of graduation ceremony for when he became a mage knight. That's weird. Why isn't there a picture of Leanna becoming a mage knight? I glance around some more. Other than a few family portraits, her walls are bare. There are no paintings or gifts displayed from friends. In fact, there aren't even any random knickknacks lying around. If I didn't know any better, I would have guessed no one lived here. It's about as personalized as a hotel room. Suddenly, the door flies open, making me flinch. I wasn't even doing anything wrong.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Why would you flinch? She's a little out of breath, but she holds up a container of strawberries in one hand and a bottle of whipped cream in the other. Ha. I want to say it, but I'm not gonna. I like strawberries and I like whipped cream. She seems like a good choice to me.
They complement each other so well.
Uh-huh. She grins and hands me a plate.
Here, have some.
That's just it? We're just eating? Okay. I do. The whipped cream melts across my tongue and strawberries are ripe and sweet. I can see now why she's so happy after trying these. Wow, these are pretty good. Leanna grins.
Told you.
We spend the rest of the night talking and laughing over dessert. It's only when her eyes start to get heavy that I realize how late it is. She must be getting tired. It's getting kind of late, huh?
It's not that late.
She quickly masks the yawn and looks sheepish. You were saying?
Sorry.
It's no big deal. Fucking chill out. It's already pretty dark out. I should get going. As much as I don't want to leave her company, I rise to my feet. Leanna leads me to the front door. I step outside on the porch and a soft glow of crystal casts a warm, sunny light over our heads.
Well, good night.
Good night. Leanna takes a step closer and my heart jumps. I bend my head down to reach her as she lifts up on her tiptoes. Leanna winds her arms around my neck and kisses me. Her fingers comb through my hair as her soft sigh fills me. She tastes of strawberries and whipped cream. She smells like vanilla and too much sun. Wait, smells like vanilla and too much sun. Interesting. And suddenly, I feel myself spiraling and melting, cupping her cheeks. To ground myself. I smile and kiss her again, slower and softer this time. We say our goodbyes and I navigate my way back to the inn, feeling lighter. When I return to the inn, I'm surprised to see the rest of the team still downstairs. They greet me as I approach. What are you guys still out doing up?
We all said we'd meet back here at the end, didn't we?
Kara keeps her tone light, but I could see mischief dancing in her eyes. So you were waiting for me?
The hour is quite late. There was a possibility that harm could have befallen you.
That is true.
There is also the possibility that something, or should I say someone,
You
had you a bit distracted.
monster. Not allowed. Kara meets my gaze, but I quickly look away. My cheeks feel hot. I don't know what you mean.
Speaking of whom, where's Leanna?
I look sharply at Zach, but he remains as stoic as ever. Kara pretends to think.
You're right. I haven't seen her all evening either. You wouldn't have happened to see her, would you?
Nah, not at all. I may have come across her. Now that you mention it, I may have come upon her at some point in the evening. Kara's eyes twinkle playfully. Not like that, I just meant I saw her.
Of course.
Yeah, shut up. She's going to stay at her own place so you guys don't have to wait up.
And how would you know that Leanna has her own place here, young man?
She told me, you freaking twat. My cheeks heat up. Kara smirks at my reaction.
Oh.
She looks like she's about to say more, but I interrupt her. Anyway, now that you know I'll know I'm safe, I'm going to bed. Maybe you should too. Amy nods.
It is quite late, and we must depart tomorrow.
Thank you. As she heads upstairs, Kara and Zach stand. She turns to him.
Make sure he stays safe in his bed. We wouldn't want him to temporarily go missing again.
My face flushes as she winks at me. Ignoring her, I head upstairs, listening to her giggle behind me. Once I secure it in my room, I flop onto the bed. Bongo bounces happily beside me. You been waiting for me? I'm not saying it. The Pongo mutters silently as he nuzzles against my arm. He bounces in affirmation and snuggles against me as I crawl beneath the blankets. Oh, it was close. Because he didn't say anything. Zach gets into his bed too, and for once I'm grateful his silence. I don't think I can handle any more teasing. Before long, I drift to sleep with thoughts of Leanna and strawberries. What great thoughts to have. The next morning, we have a quick breakfast, and I head out of Illumia to continue towards Coast to Coral. We walk through familiar rolling hills and grassy knolls late into dusk. As we pass Meadow Hill, I am washed with a feeling of nostalgia. This is where my adventure started. My thoughts wander to my family back home. Do they know I'm gone? How much time has passed? Is the passage of time here even equal to that of Earth? What if I go home and everyone's grown old? Will I ever be able to go home? I glance at Leanna. What would happen if we'd never met? Would I still be wandering aimlessly around Avangard? Leanna looks after me, feel my gaze on her, smile softly. Her smile calms me and it quiets my mind. There is no point in focusing on the what-ifs. I should focus on the here and nows instead. As the sun begins to set, we make camp and turn in for the night. Alright. I yawn widely as the soft song of morning pulls me out of sleep. As the campsite focuses into view, I spot Leanna's empty bedroll and muster the energy to crawl out of bed. Time to get training so I can start my day. I quickly ready to meet Leanna, who is waiting for me a short distance away from the rest of the camp. She smiles warmly as I approach.
Good morning.
Morning. Leanna hesitates and then steps close to me. I pause in surprise as her lips caress my cheek in a gentle peck. As she pulls away, I see the color rise in her cheek. She bites her lip, suddenly is shy to look at my response. Do it back. I pull her into me and kiss her firmly on the lips. She melts into me before breathlessly pulling away. Oh, this really is a good morning. She pushes me playfully.
That was painfully cheesy.
Hey,
Are you ready to get started?
yep. What are you doing first today? Casting or sparring? Oh, huh?
We're gonna practice magic augmentation. Now that you've improved in the fundamentals of both sword fighting and casting, we're gonna try to use your magic to enhance your swordsmanship.
She unsheaths her sword, and the crystal in her manipulator shines to life. Soon she's enveloped in a gentle glow. That's a Mage Knight's specific skill, isn't it?
It's definitely a strong factor in what makes a mage knight so formidable. Now unsheath your sword and channel your energy. The magic can help lighten the weight of your sword and make your swings faster and more concise.
I gather the wind magic and direct it towards my blade. It feels as light as a feather, like it could float out of my hand. She looks pleasantly surprised.
Yes, you've got it.
Hell yeah.
Okay, now when you swing your sword, use the air around you to push the sword in the direction you want it to go.
Right? Okay. I visualize my sword as a magnet attracting the air around it like a hot knife through butter. My sword slices through the air with a sharp ring. I'm pretty sure air has less resistance than butter, even if the knife's hot. But you know, whatever. Whoa, I felt no resistance at all. As my sword completes its arc, a wave of energy flies towards Leanna. She raises her blade, and I easily deflect my wind. Sorry! Leanna stares at me with her mouth agape.
Were you trying to do that?
No! No, I just practiced the swing like you said. Her expression shifts to one of admiration.
What you did was actually an advanced technique which requires a lot of energy and concentration. I can't believe you were able to do that without trying.
It's like wind slash kind of thing. That's pretty cool. I twirl my sword around, enjoying how easily it cuts through the air. I can get used to this. Wind augmentation's pretty awesome. Leanna grins.
Since you've been able to pick this up so quickly, are you ready to put it into practice?
Hell yeah. Yup. Readying my blade, Leanna matches my fighting stance. We go through the motions as we have so many times before, but this time I filter energy into my blade. As she moves to strike, I easily evade her attack. Without the weight of gravity, my return strike nearly catches her off guard.
Good!
She grins in approval and moves for another attack. This time I repel the attack with my blade and parry. She ducks out of the way. For once, I'm able to keep up with Leanna's attacking using my augmenting abilities. Then I see Leanna's sword glow. She's going to augment her abilities too. Her expression becomes stern as she thrusts her sword towards me. Her movement is a blur and I barely catch the attack in time before I have a chance to regroup. She strikes me again, and this time I groan as I get knocked back. I don't think Leanna's holding back or taking it easy on me anymore. She continues to overpower me with a sword fight. My breath is coming labored wheezes. Even with my magic, I can't get through her defenses. Wait, my magic. She's clearly a better swordsman, but my magic has shown to be formidable too. As Leanna prepares for another attack, I gather a ball of energy and a blast of wind magic at her. She uses her arms to guard her face as she deflects the blast. Her eyes flash, but there's a smile playing at her lips. In one smooth motion, she retaliates with her own gale. I dig my heels into the ground and I'm pushed back. Soon we're volleying wind attacks and sword strikes. In the last attempt to gain some ground in this battle, I channel as much energy as I can into one powerful windstorm and let it fly towards Leanna. She returns with her own ferocious gale and energies clash between us. My windstorm cuts through her gale and knocks her down. She blinks up at me from the ground, stunned.
What just happened?
My magic is better than yours! I figured there was no way I could beat you in a sword fight with all your years of training, but I've been doing very well in casting and would have a better chance of beating you that way.
It doesn't explain how you overpowered my cast.
What do you mean? How does it not? My training is obviously played. I have more magic than you. From 3 temples.
No, I mean that level of energy output should be impossible.
She looks at my arm and inspects my
The
manipulator.
type of crystal we have for you shouldn't be able to even handle that much energy without shattering.
Just a man of talent. Don't blame the equipment for your inabilities. I am not saying that. Hate the player, don't hate the game. I'm just a man. That's because this is all me, Leanna Vouch.
What do you mean?
Maybe I've been casting differently this whole time and I'm just that good. Leanna shakes her head. Oh, okay.
There's only one way to cast, and if you're able to do it, then you can do it.
Right. Oh yeah. Why don't we put that thing to test? Let's have a duel with me using your crystal. I bet nothing will
We'll
change.
see about that.
Although the pops in my head and a wicked smile spreads across my lips. Make a bet. How about we make this a little more interesting? Leanna answers cautiously.
What did you have in mind?
Loser has to do the winner's bidding for the rest of the day. Leanna's eyes widen. I smirk.
You
Scared?
want to play like that, do you? Fine then, I agree.
Ugh. Leanna's surprise turns into a grin. Oh crap, was she holding back in our last match? I have a bad feeling about this. We quickly exchange crystals and ready for a fighting stance. Oh, shit. I didn't expect them. Jesus Christ! Okay, I thought it was gonna make me click on all of those. I was fucking nervous. Sometime after a duel, a crowd forms around us as Zack and Car and Amelia watched. Zack shakes
You're
his head.
losing your touch, Mage Knight.
Oh shit! Lena stares in shock. I am victorious! Ha! In your face, her face
That was
sours.
just beginner's luck.
Oh yeah, well it's beginner's day. It's about to get a whole lot
I
luckier.
don't like the sound of that. I may have lost, but I'm very familiar with my crystal. The energy output you had is still higher than what even my crystal can handle.
Excuses.
It's not an excuse.
Anyway, on to the terms of our agreement. Lena fidgets nervously. I don't actually have oh, just kidding. I wanted to mistake you take the duel seriously. I didn't actually think of any commands. Lena looks
It's
amused.
a good thing you won then, because I definitely had a few things in mind.
Oh, I should have lost. Ah! I should have lost. It's kind of upsetting. Alright. I'll remember the first save is a specific spot to where I want to go back and lose just to see what happens. Looks like I dodged a bullet there. Lena and I gather our things and follow the rest of the team back to camp. Once we return to the campsite, we have a quick breakfast. Afterwards, we clean up the camp and get started on our journey. We follow the main road, breaking every so often to refuel and rest up. I'm getting more used to the long hours of walking, and I've even noticed more definition in my calves and legs. Look at these legs! Eventually the shadows grow long as the sun rays loses its brilliance. We find a secluded area and make camp. We divide... Okay, just something like these wisps in the bottom left-hand corner kind of caught my attention. We divide the setup duties for camp and then have a quiet dinner together, and I'm feeling exhausted from my training. This morning and after all that traveling, I'm ready to just relax and recharge. It seems like my companions are feeling the fatigue too. After dinner, we sit by the fire and talk for a little while when I feel my eyelids begin to grow heavy. Soon the conversations come to a close as everyone disperses to go to bed. Before long, I drift off to sleep. I wake bright and early the next morning. Leanna and I have a quick spar and a practice to return to the group just in time for breakfast. After we finish eating and cleaning up the camp, we waste no time in resuming our journey towards Costa Coral. It was kind of nice having her close to me all day, though. I'm a little disappointed Leanna's already changed back into her usual outfit. After all, she kept the wolf's den armor, so she must like it at least a little bit. Whoa. We'll have to have another wager again sometime soon. Kara glances over at me and Leanna and Zack standing close beside her.
No new wagers today.
Nope.
Too bad.
I know. My source of entertainment's gone. This is gonna be a long trip.
This fucking guy. Kara hugs Zack's arm and pushes herself close to him.
I'm sure I could find a way to keep you entertained.
Heyo. And I'm going to start walking now.
Same here.
Amelia shoulders her pack and leads the way. Pongo hops onto my shoulder as we set off. The road towards Costa Coral is clear. We make a good time. With the sun high in the sky, sweat pricks my skin. The temperature is much milder here than it was back north. It's a welcome change from the previous cold. We arrive at Costa Coral in the afternoon. And with us arriving here, I'm not going to end But I am going to save here. And then I'm going to load here.
Great, okay.
And kind of skip. Kind of skip. Okay, it just... Oh.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Shouldn't let my mind wander. Skip. Nope, I haven't seen her. Nope.
This is quite worrisome indeed.
God damn
After
it.
all, Leanna spent the majority of her time with you. So even if you have not seen her, then perhaps she has befallen some difficulty.
No, she didn't spend all of her time with me. And he fixes me her blank stare and I shift uncomfortably. Actually, now that I think about it, I may have seen her. She said she was going to stay at our place tonight.
And how would you know that Leanna has her own place here, young
Because
man?
I just said that's what she said. She said. Ah. Yep. Do that. Just a man of talent.
What do you mean? There's only... We'll see about...
Make a bet. Alright,
What
now...
did you have in mind? What? You want to play like...
Alright, now I'm going to start off by intentionally losing. And my hands are now off my mouse. I will not be clicking on anything. I plan to lose this battle. And the nice calmness of grass. I don't lose the game, do I, for failing? Sometime during the duel, a crowd forms around as Zack Carrot immediately watched. I slump in defeat as Leanna stands victorious. Zack sighs.
No surprise there.
Hey! Asshole!
There truly was no challenge between a highly trained mage knight and a novice caster.
Jesus Christ, kick me while I'm down!
Aw, I think he did pretty well in holding his own.
Thank you. She looks maniacal. Leanna gloats as she
extra
approaches.
energy or not. That's what happens when you challenge the master.
I sigh. As much as I dislike to admit defeat, she did win fairly. I accept my
How
punishment.
very gracious of you.
Jesus, she does not sound okay. So you won. What are you gonna make me do now?
First, we're going back to camp to have some breakfast.
And then?
You'll see.
Oh god. I see a devilish glint in her eyes before she turns away and heads back to camp. Slowly, I follow the rest of the team, dreading what Leanna has prepared for me to do. Once we return to the campsite, we scarf down breakfast. After the campsite is all cleaned up, we're about to head out when Leanna stops me.
Wait,
Huh? I spin around to see Leanna looking at me
I'm
thoughtfully.
feeling pretty worn out from our practice this morning.
Okay. She stepped closer to me, a small smile on her lips. What's happening? I glance at the rest of the group, who look equally confused. Suddenly, she spins me around and heaps onto my back. I stumble as I catch her and steady myself. Whoa!
Okay, I'm ready to go now.
I'm
You
not.
should be. This is my bidding.
Oh. That's a bet. I may as well make the best of the situation. Your steed awaits.
Giddy up!
The bongo hops over. Oh. I didn't get to read the rest of that. Go to the log. The bongo hops over and looks questioningly at Leanna.
Sorry, Pongo, but today he belongs to me. Hi!
The bongo grins and hops up to Leanna's shoulder and he snuggles against her cheeks and settles in.
boy! Aw, you're right. We can definitely both fit.
God. Seriously?
Let's get going.
At Leanna's command, they start walking and the rest of the team wordlessly falls in step. Kara casts furtive glances at Zack.
No.
Just without words. No. She fell.
I didn't even say anything.
You were thinking it.
Indeed she was. She feigns innocence and grabs Zack's hand and
You mean you don't like it when I do this?
Zack's face flares
That's
up.
not what you were thinking.
Kara feigns innocence.
What else would I be thinking?
Zach doesn't respond, but speeds up instead. Amelia silently watches the scene unfold. We travel on foot for the rest of the day, sun pouring on our backs. My legs and arms burn with the weight of an extra person. I never knew Leanna had this side to her. Most of our journey is uneventful. The same trees and dirt paths are chopped for miles. Eventually, sun dips below the horizon. We break the camp and divide it to set up duties. Leanna and I step to the woods and search for firewood. Oh, there's
This
more.
would make good tinder.
I wait for her to grab it, but she doesn't move. Uh-oh. She just looks at me and smiles. I sigh and pick it up. As you wish. Her grin widens. She's enjoying this way too
Oh,
much.
and there are some pretty large branches over there that we could split up for firewood.
And I continue to click the wood while Leanna stands in place, directing me after she seems. I like how all her choices are just physical labor. Directing me after she seems we've had enough. We turn to camp and Leanna sets me to work arranging the stones and tinder for our fire. But Amy snaps a spark, which quickly engulfs the tinder. As I'm about to lie back and enjoy the warmth of the fire, Leanna hands me her sword. Thanks?
We have to ensure our blades stay sharp. Proper upkeep, remember? You should be testing your blade too.
I sigh again. Carefully I run the edge of the blade against the sharpening stone. When I'm done, Leanna tests a few swings and
Not bad.
nods. She sheaths her sword.
Food's ready.
Finally, I'm
Oh,
starving.
hey, can you?
I know, I can get you a bowl too. Leanna grins. The pongo hops over as I hand Leanna her bowl. Scarfing down my food, I realize just how hungry I was. Just in a few minutes, my bowl is empty.
Looks like someone was hungry. It's almost like you've had to exert more energy than usual.
Right, good God. I just give Kara a pointed look. She laughs and scoops more food into my bowl, which I eagerly devour. Afterwards, I help with clean up, then I plop back down next to the fire, feeling thoroughly exhausted. To my surprise, Leanna flops down next to me and lets out a long sigh.
It's been a long day, hasn't it?
Yeah. It sure has.
I'm absolutely exhausted.
Oh my God. What?
Yeah, I could really use a foot massage to finally relax after all that hard work.
You're the worst. I grit my teeth and day's almost over. I just put up with this one last request and then we can go to bed. Silently, I hold up my hands. Layla slips off her shoes and daintily extends her petite feet to me. Okay, this is not a thing I thought I'd see today. She breathes. No, don't let people see it. Oh God. She breathes a contented sigh as I gently work the soles of her feet. Her eyes close and the tension releases from her body. Enjoying yourself? As my hands travel down, rubbing the knots loose in her feet, a sharp gasp escapes her when I hit a particular spot. It gives me an idea. Time to get some revenge. I run my fingers on that same spot and Leanna squirms. Oh, this will be fun. My fingers tap along her feet and when I grab her ankle, Leanna tries to jerk out of my reach.
What? What are you doing?
Massaging your feet, of course. I rub my fingers along her feet again. She
Cut
giggles.
that out.
Disobeying her, I continue to tap my hands along her arch. She barely gasps at the command between peals of laughter.
Stop!
Sorry, I can't understand you over all the laughter. She squeals as my hands travel faster. I hear Kara's voice.
Oh, look how adorable they are.
She looks over to Zach, who is way too interested in his discharges to even notice what's going on. Kara frowns and kicks him in the shin.
What was that for?
Stop trying to be so cool and edgy all the time. Why can't you be more cute and affectionate like him?
Oh, shit.
I don't know. Probably because he doesn't have to deal with a violent girlfriend.
Shit.
I wouldn't have to be a violent girlfriend if you just give me what I need.
Maybe you shouldn't need so much.
Jesus.
I don't need much. Just the bare necessities. Like cuddles.
The bareness.
That sounds like a luxury to me.
Jesus.
I want cuddles!
No.
Jesus Christ.
I want cuddles!
Is
I
not.
said.
Kara pounds as Zach wraps her arms around him. Zach struggles in her grip, but Kara is relentless.
Get off me!
Zach continues to struggle, but it's no match for Kara. How is that even possible? Amelia silently looks back and forth between Zach and Kara and Leanna and me. She looks down at the pongo beside her.
How very perplexing. Perhaps there is some truth to the adage that infatuation leads a person to do insensible things.
Poi poi.
Eventually we all settle down, have a bed. I'm going to actually save off that one because I think that's a little bit of a better path in my mind. Brightener next morning, cooks fire. Wistfully at me, but she's waiting me to offer a piggyback ride again. Good thing that was just a one-time deal. I was so sore from carrying her all day yesterday. It's kind of nice having her close to me all day, though. Caroline said we like staying outside her.
No new wager.
Nope.
Too bad.
I know.
I'm sure I...
Yeah, all this stuff again.
Same here.
Afternoon. Yeah, and then this one I'll save here. Return, menu, load, and now I will do the muhaha round. Just because you made it. Wait patiently. I shouldn't let my mind wander. Not even gonna bother with that. It's a terrible plan. May have come across there. Okay, sir. Skip. Just made a talent. Skip. Wanna make a bet.
What did you have? What? You wanna play like...
Gonna have to win. That's what happens when I try. Biatch. Sometime during a duel, a crowd forms around a Zack and Car and immediately watch
You're
section.
losing your touch, Mage.
I am victorious! Ha! In your face! Her face scours.
That was just beginner's luck.
Oh yeah? Well, today's winner this beginner's luck space about to get a whole lot
I
luckier.
don't like the sound of that.
You fucking shouldn't.
I may have lost, but I'm very familiar with my crystal. The energy output you had is still higher than what...
Excuses,
It's
excuses.
not an excuse.
Anyway, on the terms of our agreement. Lana fidgets nervously. I have a great day planned. Hew. First things first, I'm going to need you to take off what you... Whoa.
There's no way that's going to happen.
And put on your wolfskin armor. Lana's face reddens.
There's no way that's going to happen either.
What part of the do the bidding the winner did you not understand? She crosses her arms.
Maybe I don't have it anymore.
Yeah, you do. I watched you pack it when we left Wolfston.
The sly smirk slides across Kara's face and Lana blushes deepens.
Why do you still have that armor?
Yeah.
It might come in handy. You know, if I ever need to hide that I'm from the Mage Guild again.
Uh-huh. I'm sure it has nothing to do with the fact that you like wearing it.
It doesn't. I mean, I don't. I mean, it's just useful, that's all.
Regardless of why you kept it, the fact of the matter is you still have it and it must be worn. Lana hesitates and looks as if she's about to protest. Or are you already... What? Rent? I don't know that word. Already reneg? I don't know that word at all.
No.
Where is your sense of honor?
Fine. I'll put on the stupid armor.
Yes! Nah, it's I'll put on the stupid armor. Your handsome master. My handsome master. I forget the words immediately. The snap of wind whips my arm. Ow, that hurt.
Really? I thought that might be something you're into, Master.
Sarcasm drifts off her last word. Still worth it. I better stop while I'm mad. As Lana stomps off to change, the rest of us return to the campsite. Lana finally returns wearing her alternative outfit.
Happy.
Much. I grin. Very much so. Once we return to the campsite, we scarf down breakfast, then clean up as we prepare to continue our journey. We travel on foot for the rest of the day, sun pounding on our backs. We make a good time, breaking occasionally to eat to soothe our tired feet. Once the sun begins to set, we find a secluded area to make camp. Per usual, Leanna and I are charged with building a fire. We wander the forest collecting tinder and firewood. Every time Leanna bends down, I grin as I appreciate the view. Bless the man who designed the wolves that I eventually return to the build the fire pit. Amy snaps a spark and the fire roars to life. And Kara crowd around the fires, prepare dinner. Amy plays the pongo and creating water figurines which appear when the pongo touches him. Leanna and I begin cleaning manipulators and sharpening swords. By the time we're finished, dinner's ready. Leanna stands to grab a bowl. Will you grab me one too? She looks back at me and answers
Of
flatly.
course.
She's carefully balancing two bowls and gently places one in front of me, then she gets comfortable and begins to eat. Oh, Leanna. She pauses. My hands are really tired of all the work we had to do today. Maybe you could help me out.
You want me to feed you?
I grin and open my mouth. Ah. She blushes as the rest of the team
That's
watches
a
her.
little too much, don't you think?
I think it's perfectly reasonable. Oh, after the fucking path, the war path that you put me through on my end. That didn't happen in this route, but it's still, you were gonna have me do that shit, you think, I think it's perfectly reasonable. Kara grins and turns to Zach.
Open wide.
She directs her spoon to Zach's mouth, but he lifts his lip. He keeps his lips closed and she ends up spilling a bit of the gruel on his chin. He gives her a weird look.
What are you doing?
You were supposed to open up.
I can feed myself.
Kara
If you want
pouts.
to feed someone so badly, you can help him out.
Jesus Christ. Zach gestures towards me.
But I'm not the one who lost the bet with him.
Here we go. Leanna snatches my bowl.
Fine, I'll do it.
Thank you, Kara. She scoops a spoonful and holds it out. I don't know what the fuck. I open my mouth and wait expectantly. Leanna gently puts the spoon in my mouth and I savor the moment. Delicious. She blesses and looks away as she holds out another spoonful.
Next bite.
Leanna continues to feed me until my bowl is empty. After we finish eating, we help clean up, then Leanna plops down in front of the fire and I sit beside
Been
her.
a long day.
Yeah,
I'm ready to just lie back and relax for a little while.
that's a good idea. I lay my head down on Leanna's lap. Ooh, shit.
Hey! What are you doing?
I'm lying back and relaxing, just like you suggested.
But on me?
Why not? When there's a comfy pillow right in front of me. She doesn't protest any further. As I close my eyes, my breathing deepens. I feel a gentle touch as delicate fingers massage my temple. This is even better than I expected. I sigh contentedly and crack a peek at Leanna. A soft smile graces her lips as her fingers continue to work their magic along my temple.
You know, if this is what losing feels like, then maybe it's not so bad.
This is way better than the last one. They're both good. Oh yeah, well I'm glad to hear you say that. I can make sure you lose more often. The pressure at my temples increases slightly and I tense up. Just kidding.
Good.
Her fingers relax as she resumes the
The only
massage.
thing I'm not a fan of is wearing this armor.
You look super hot though. It's too bad you're bothered by it.
Well, I'd prefer to wear it in private if you like it so much.
I open my eyes, look at Leanna's face is turned as red as a tomato. Her mouth is agape as she realized what she just said.
I mean, it's flattering, and I don't hate it, and you like it, so shut up!
This is a way better route. I like this. I'm glad I went back. I laugh as Leanna looks away. She's so cute. As I'm savoring my temporary pillow, I hear Kara's voice.
Oh, look how adorable they are.
Yeah. And then they have this
Stop trying to be-
I
argument
don't
again.
know. Probably because he.
I would.
Maybe you should.
I don't.
That sounds.
I want.
Yeah.
Huh?
The next morning's the part I'm interested in, because last time it was like, "Brr, I'm so sore." I awaken bright and early. The next morning, Leanna and I have a quick spar in the practice and return to the group just in time for breakfast. After we finish eating and clean the camp, we waste no time in resuming our journey. Oh yeah, already had. It was kind of nice having a close meal day, though. I'm a little disappointed Leanna's already changed back into her usual outfit. After all, she keeps a wolf-den armor. She must have liked it at least a little bit. We'll have another wager again sometime soon. Kara glances over to me and Leanna and Zach standing close beside her.
No new wagers today. You back?
I know.
I'm.
We're gonna start walking now. I don't think it changes anything else. But just in case it does, on the off chance it does. Alright, and that's where we'll end it for today.